Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you for telling me. Okay, good. Who else is here? Oh, Shree's here. Hi, Shree. Shinner.
Hello.
Hi. Where's Shinner? She's not here yet. And Sandra is actually going to come in the building.
Yeah,
Don't tell anybody. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Really good. Okay. If anyone have anything they want to comment on, compliment on,
Thanks, guys.
like, really good. It's so nice to get a real sense of where you're at. That's really good. Okay. Um, do you think that early music has a different way, a different technique than, say, romantic music?
I feel like, yeah.
A little bit. Okay, what does that mean to you?
Um,
You guys hear her when she's talking?
We can.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay.
I can.
maybe like, hmm, my brain's like fogged up.
Okay. Does anybody have any comment on that? So, well, here, maybe I'll use this and it will be the proper microphone. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now you should be able to hear us properly. Okay. So, the question was, do you feel that there is a different technique for early music than for more, say, romantic music?
Yes.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
Uh, the production of sound is different, and the feeling and the breath support. But I'm still struggling with that because I think that this way of producing the sound with more, for me, it's like more airy in a way. Uh, mm, yeah, like I feel more air in that, and I think it's a good way to put this approach into romantic music as well. But mostly, I feel a lot of air inside. It's kind of very. Mm, it's all about the inhale. There is more inhale for me. This inhale feeling.
Okay.
No, if it's correct though.
So
I don't agree with that.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. Okay, Shri, you said I don't agree with that. Can you elaborate?
Yeah. I think I think there's no difference in support. I think it should be supported the same, even though like I don't know. I cannot comment on how people sang in 16th century, but like now that we are at this stage of evolvement of vocal technique and a healthy vocal production for the long life of our voice, I think we should support the voice and sing the way we are singing all the other repertoire. But I think in terms of production per se, the difference might be like about things like vibrato and Anastasia and I had to do a conducting assignment the other day, and it was all about Baroque phrasing. So that will really inform how you do your rhythmic choices and how the notes are grouped and all those kind of things, like carrying across the bar lines and all those kind of things.
Yeah, but the way that you sing is different. If you're saying something from the end of 19th century and after you sing Baroque, it's really hard. It's not the same way. Like I can, like it takes time just to get to used to that music, and you feel it the same. For me, I feel it. Maybe it's just because of the bad habits that I used. Well, I've had, but I feel that I have to use less voice, but it doesn't mean that it sounds less. It's more about this. Oh, I can feel it more like in the headspace, kind of. It is still supported. It is still,
Okay. So
yeah.
there's what I was looking for is it's still supported. That's what I was hoping somebody would come up with. Okay, so you're absolutely right. So I know sometimes there's this whole, idea, or it's not so bad anymore, that, when we sing early music, we don't have any vibrato, and we sing with this really straight white tone. And I don't know. I don't think that that's really the style that we do it at anymore, because I don't think human beings have evolved so much in the last 300, 400 years that our voices are that different. I don't think that that's a thing. So, I think that we can sing with our full body. And I would love to see and hear you sing with just more sound.
Okay.
And I don't mean more sound by pushing or singing louder. I mean more sound by like actually having your full body involved, a full sound. It doesn't mean you're singing forte. It just means you're singing with your full sound.
Okay.
Whether it's piano or forte or 16th century or 21st century.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do the very first line. Yeah, just do it with the text. Okay, good. So let's look at that. So I would like you to think. So I like what you're doing, that your physical stance is good. Now I want you to think in a longer 4-bar phrase. Sen corri l'agneletta al cenno del pastore. That is really like you're just in it all the time, all the time. Try it again.
Sen corri l'agneletta al cenno del pastore, al cenno del pastore. Ne sa lui partir, ne sa lui partir, al cenno del pastore, ne sa lui partir.
Great. Now, how does that feel?
It feels better.
Yeah.
More connected, because at the beginning I feel like I was chopping it up too much.
Yeah. It's just so much more satisfying.
Yeah.
Yes, for us too. Okay. No. Can you? I would like to hear where the partir goes up to the F. So pick up into measure 16.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Measure 14 or whatever that is.
Okay, cool.
Okay, good. So do you see how you have to go store rather than store? It's going off the voice a little bit on the F, right? So you need to get your body a little bit more onto you. Pastore. And I want you to think this way rather than this way.
Yeah, okay.
So every time it goes up over to that little F. So let's go back up to the same place. So there's 3 spots where it happens, right?
Yeah.
So go this way. Well, and then there's one more, a G.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that's the right idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like you to think that you don't need quite so much open mouth space on the partir. It doesn't seem to happen all the time, except it's that one at measure 17.
Yes.
That's the one that seems to get away on you a little bit.
Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to find like a place to breathe.
Yeah.
By the end, when I get to the last pastore, I run out of breath. That's why I probably.
Okay, so you are allowed to take a breath. So you see how there's a little chick little thing? So you're going to definitely take a breath. So how do you do that? You make the downbeat, the 8th note, shorter, turn it into a 16th, say. So that's the downbeat of measure 17. Make that shorter. Okay. So then you have a 16th note to rest. Now, how are you going to take your breath? What are you going to think?
Just keep it within
Sure. So this, all this space here can do whatever it needs to do for the next note, which is down. Let the belly go.
Yeah.
Make sure it's not the gasping.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I only have a second. No, you have lots of time.
Yeah.
Let it go. Yeah. Okay, let's try it again. Right. Great. Remember that? You're going to keep the last note free.
Yeah.
Remember your little thing that you like to just push it a little bit at the end?
Yeah.
That was so much better. Can you do that little section one more time?
Yes.
And then we will go on. Release your tongue forward. And then you got it, but you still need the space. Okay, so what's happening is, what's she doing at the very end? Can you guys hear? What's she doing on the very last note?
I'm not sure exactly what she's doing, but it's like falling.
She's falling down. I'm doing that. Also.
It falls in pitch, right?
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
guess why it falls in pitch? Not because it falls in energy, but because she's going like this. She's kicking it, the last note, giving it a little too much oomph.
Yeah.
And then it's actually, so you're actually pressing it a little bit. Just, can you make the E a little brighter at the E vowel? E. Just sing E. Can you feel like it's a little bit taller here? Uh-huh. Now, can you actually feel like your tongue's a bit wider at the root? Good, there you go. Okay, so it's not pressed wider. You're not doing something.
Yeah.
You're actually releasing it from going narrow. Feels nice and curved forward. Try it one more time. Uh-huh. I still want a little bit more like
A little bit more.
feeling of that sort of height and warmth. And sing with your voice, not the voice you think you should have. There. Okay, I know, isn't that weird? Like, I don't want you to sound like, okay, so now I'm a classical music singer, I'm an opera singer, therefore I have to do these things. And that's not what it is. You're never going to have ease in your voice if you do that. But E, sing it where it speaks. Because when you go E, when you speak it, try again. E. E. See, you're not going, you're not pulling anything down here. E. Tear. There you go.
There you go. That makes sense.
There you go. Now it's in tune, okay? Or whatever the last phrase is. Yeah, it still needs to think a little bit more on, like you're spinning above the pitch rather than below it.
Okay.
It's getting better. Let's go on. Okay, so you feel like you're going to pass out there, right? Okay, so how are you going to take your breaths?
After re.
Yeah, sure. Well, you can take them. I don't know if you need to add anything extra. I think you can do what you just did, but that means the breaths have to be released.
Yes.
So when I say released, I actually also mean deep. And here's the thing, a deep breath is not fill all the air I want. That's not a deep breath.
Yeah.
A deep breath is deep, down. Let your belly go rather than filling up all this.
Yeah.
It's deepest that way.
Okay.
You're gonna let that go.
Okay.
Let your belly go.
Okay.
I feel like you went this way just now.
Yeah, I can feel it going. Okay. All right. Just from Quella.
Yeah, let's go from Quella. Okay. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see her breath. It might look kind of small.
It is kind of. It's probably the sweater.
Well, I feel like. Can you do it one more time? I'm just trying to figure out what it is. What it is. Okay, good. So now, can you put one hand on your chest like this, and one hand on your ribs, so not your sides, but your ribs. Now,
Okay.
I want every time you inhale, I want you to feel that these ribs are going to go wide, not up, not like this, but wide. Like you want to feel the back ribs go out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think you're going to get more mileage out of that kind of breathing rather than, I just feel like what you're doing a little bit is this.
Yeah.
You think you're breathing deeply, but you're actually putting your kind of alignment off, and it feels like you're sort of turning your ribs like that.
Yeah.
Rather than just down. So again, like I tell people all the time, let the breath drop to your tailbone. Breathe into your tailbone. Just let it drop to your tailbone, that's all. Okay, do you want to try that concept one more time?
Yeah, I'll try one more time.
Mm-hmm. Whoosh. Good. So you can give yourself whatever time you want to do all the things, right?
Yeah.
If you want to take a breath there and move your ah over.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you mean.
Then you have time to do da dee dee da dee da or whatever you want for. Great. Okay. Can we do this? Can we do this middle section one more time from 44? Que labro. Okay, so now you've got this breath. So just send that breath right back every time. It just drops in. That's all it does. But now I want you to sing into this space. So Jasmine can tell you all about this because she had a fantastic discovery lesson today. So singing into this space. So what I mean by that is actually, I don't know if you can see that, but that this actually opens up you sing.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not singing this way. I'm singing. This stays nice and like it feels like it's back. This feels forward. Okay, so put your hands right there. Feel like you're singing into your armpits and your all that feeling. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so that it never feels like here's a low note, here's a high note, here's a middle note.
Yeah.
Here's where I'm running out of breath. Here's where I've just felt that. It's always got that feeling of leaning in, this lift from here, the open heart, forward, backwards,
Yes.
side to side, up and down, every direction.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Really good. I think that you should do more ornamentation.
I was trying to work it out with Maria, and then I was practicing with my accompanist, and I got scared.
Aww,
I was just like, I don't know if I should do this or not.
You should do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to do the ones that are written.
Yeah.
You can make up your own. You can do all of them or more or less. We should do some. Okay, why did you get scared?
I guess, I don't know. I was trying to do it on my own time. I'm like, I don't know if I like this. So, I don't know. I was trying to do the ones on the page. And then, I guess, I don't know.
I think they're pretty good. Security? Oh, yeah, sense of security.
Yeah. And I overthink a lot. That's also the second thing.
Well, if you look at the one on the last page, that measure 84, whatever that is.
Yeah.
It's just a scale. That's easy.
Okay.
Then the one a few lines down with the 16th notes up at the top. That would be so much more interesting because you've already done. You've already done that a bunch of times in the song.
Okay. Okay. I can play around with it.
Yeah, it's just up the octave basically, and then you just add some.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You should do them.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not going to make you do them in front of everybody.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on to your next song, which is called Let My Song Fill Your Heart.
Yes. And this is the first time hearing the piano with it, right?
Well, yeah. It's not that song. need to apologize. Really good.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Very
I
charming.
normally sing it a little bit faster.
Well, then why didn't you?
Then you should have sang it faster.
I probably should have.
Yeah, you just have to
Yeah.
be brave and just go. Yeah. I did
Okay,
too.
I can try to go faster next time.
I wanted to go faster too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my fault. I'm sorry.
No. It's not. It's fine. But like it's because it's hard to learn how to do this stuff, right? So it's better to risk being off with the pianist for 3 notes because you want to go faster and they'll catch up
Okay.
than to sing the whole thing too slowly and feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
It's just like, so what? It's a couple notes and it's right near the beginning. No one's going to remember it by the end. Go. Yeah. Okay. Now, that being said, that middle section.
Yes. The middle section is always something I'm still trying to work out. Yeah.
Because it just feels a little slow.
Yeah.
Feels like you're getting kind of, it's getting a bit behind, but I can't, where does it? It says a tempo at the bottom of page 55.
Yeah.
And then there's the rallentando on wind from the sea. And then there's a pause on and then it says a tempo. Brightly, so lightly, we'll dance on the shining sand and through the night. That feels da 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 da. Like it's actually faster than.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you have a different thing about all through the night? What's your thought on that? It seems like you have a plan.
More or less I go down and I kind of pull it back just a little bit. And then when and so all through life sort of goes back to something just sort of more a little bit dancey, more a little bit more waltzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we try that page just at tempo? So do the rallentando, do the 2 pauses on C and then can we just try at tempo?
Okay.
That means the words are going to go fast when you get to dance on the shining sand all through the night. That feels our sheer delight or blah blah blah. It's going to feel like it's going fast.
Okay.
Won't be as fast as I just said.
Yeah. The evening falls. Yeah. The evening falls, so come to me. Come like the sighing wind from the sea. And brightly, so lightly, we'll dance on the shining sand.
All through the night.
Nights that's filled with shady light. Our lamp of love will ever be bright.
Okay, so can we actually see if it will go at tempo?
Yeah. Okay.
All through the night that's filled with sheer delight, our lamp of love will ever be bright, and so all through life. Can you just try it? And let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens.
Okay.
The sighing wind from the sea.
Okay, so do the rallentandos, but keep it straight.
Keep everything else at tempo.
Okay, I can try.
Okay, I'm going to help you.
Okay. The evening falls, so come to me.
Come like the sighing wind from the sea.
And brightly, so lightly, we'll dance on the shining sand. Through the night, through the sheer delight, our lamp of love will ever be bright. And so all through life we will walk hand in hand.
That's it. How does that feel? Crazy?
It feels a little bit.
Okay, so now that you've done it, because that's actually what's on the page, I know it feels a bit awkward. I think you need to do it one more time so that you kind of know what it's like.
Okay.
And then if you have, I just feel like your tempo choice was kind of like, I didn't know why you were doing it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So then if you have to try it the way it is written. And if you really can't wrap your head around the way it is, you need a reason for doing it your way.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you have a reason before other than it was too fast, I couldn't sing the words?
It was a little bit quick. That's why I kind of slowed it down and just sort of put a little bit more movement in it. Yeah. I think you were slowing it down more than Yeah,
you were slowing it down a lot.
That. Yeah, I was. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll try it the regular way another time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. evening falls, so come to me. Come like the sighing wind from the sea, and brightly, so lightly, we'll dance on the shining sand all through the night. Let's fill the sheer delights, our lamp of love will ever be bright, and so all through life we will walk hand in hand.
Okay, see, I'll almost buy that. It slowed down a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
I think you were trying to keep it at tempo, but you're still a bit resistant to
Yeah.
it. But if you were to actually waltz this in one, and brightly, so lightly, we'll dance on the shining sand all through the night that's filled with sheer delight. Our lamp of love will ever be bright. And da 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 da. And if you were just to like swing back and forth between one foot and the another, you would find
Okay.
that you just everything else just fits in between.
Yeah.
It's not as big of a rush as you think.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Back to.
Walk hand in hand. Can you sing that?
Walk hand in hand.
Okay, what have we talked about with low notes? What are you gonna?
Keeping it light.
Hand rather than ho. Hand.
Hand in hand.
Yeah, and you just let it feel like it resonates right here. Ha.
Hand
That's
in
better.
hand.
Yeah. And then you just keep it as loose as possible with the text. So I don't need to do hand in like this. I don't need to do anything like that. Hand in hand. Don't need to do anything crazy. Try again.
Hand in hand.
I feel like you're getting a little bit controlly on the word in.
Hand in hand.
Better. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. And then remember all you people who are my students that we do all those weird octave jumps. Hand in hand, all life we will walk hand in hand. This is where it comes in handy.
Yeah.
Where you're going to sing D's and E flats, and then you're going to jump down to a C.
Yeah.
This is where it comes in handy to have that loose feeling. Okay, let's I want to do the whole song again, but can we look at the end?
Yes.
Before that.
Okay. So, on the last verse or starting?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the last verse. So starting on page 57, I guess, just where we ended.
Let my song fill your heart with its melody, oh so divine, that thrills me like a dream of happiness supreme. It's enchanting, it's sublime.
Good. So let's just connect that. Yeah. So it's enchanting, it's sublime. It's like not there's not as big of a cut between those two.
Yeah.
It's enchanting, it's sublime, and you just have a little ditty in the piano to keep you going.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So try it again. Can I hear your heart be filled? Can I hear the divinity, the divineness of the song?
Okay.
Can I hear your thrill and your supreme happiness? Okay, so how are you going to color all those words? You just have to think about what they mean when you're singing them. Okay, try it.
Let my song fill your heart with its melody, oh so divine, that thrills me like a dream of happiness supreme. It's enchanting, it's sublime. Let my song say the word.
going to cheat us of that high note at the very end? Are you going to make it that short?
I mean, I can make it longer.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So like that big? Okay.
Excuse me, this is a totally schmaltzy song. Jinx! My kids, they play the Jinx game, and it's this whole thing, and I have no idea what they're doing. They both at the same time, they go, Jinx, double Jinx on the roof, double Jinx back to you, something, there's some sort of Pokemon thing in it, and it goes on, and then finally I just have to shout their names 5 times so that they'll stop the game. So weird.
I can try it again.
So it's super cheesy, this song.
Okay.
It's really good. It's not like a bad, like, oh, hate this. No,
Yeah.
I love this
Yeah.
song. So just indulge
Okay.
in what it is. Yeah,
No,
good. I love it.
get it out.
Oh, I gotta say, now that when you started thinking about the text and what you were saying, it was so good. Right, Sandra? Wasn't it good? Sandra's giving you a thumbs up.
Thank you, Sandra.
Yeah, it really changed it. And then I think the technique just sort of fell in line because you were saying the meaning. I loved it. Okay, do you want to do that middle section again?
I'll try that again. Yeah.
Okay.
Let my song fill your heart with its melody, oh so divine, that thrills me like a dream of happiness supreme. It's enchanting, it's sublime. Let my song say the words that my lips are afraid to say.
Keep going.
Oh, the yearning and the desire's burning to hold you and to fold you so close to my heart.
You have to sell it. You're going, woo, like this. Is this right? Oh, you have to stand on the cliff and sing it.
Okay.
You can do it.
Okay.
You just have to know that you can do it. You can do it.
Okay.
To hold you and to fold you.
Okay. To hold. Oh.
Yeah, sorry, you're right. Sorry.
To hold you and to fold you so close to my heart.
Yes. So, here's how you tell your collaborative people around you when you want to come down off that high note. If it's a great day and you feel good and you can sing it for a really, really long time and it feels like it's spinning, then you can hold it forever. If it's not such a great day and you want to come down sooner, then you come down sooner. So maybe it doesn't work the same way as it did in rehearsal. Or maybe you feel like a total show off in performance and you want to sing it forever. You're totally allowed. In a song like this, you can do anything like that. Seriously, diva. That's what this song is, right? So here's how you do it. You get up there, you sing it, you spin it. You maybe want to do a little decrescendo a little bit. You feel like it, maybe not feeling like decrescendo, but that you just sort of lighten it up a bit. In order to tell everybody that you're going to come down, you give it a little whoosh, a little bit of extra oomph before you come down. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ready, Nina? I'm going to sing it, and I'm going to tell her without looking at her when I'm going to come down. And she can't even see me because you're in between, but she can hear me. Okay, ready?
Okay.
To my heart. What did I do?
You pushed it a little bit right after you were going to go down.
Just a little swell.
A little swell. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
And I did a portamento down.
Okay.
Not a swoop or a slide, but just portamento. Let's call it that. Which you're not allowed to do all the time in all music, but in a song like this, yep.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to try it?
I can try it. To hold you and to fold you so close to my heart.
Yeah. Actually, go to it first. Like actually arrive on it with a nice full sound.
Yeah,
If you want to do crescendo, you can. If you don't have to. You can just stay on it. Then it just sort of feels like you just, I don't know, the little bird just flies out of your hand and then you come down.
Okay.
Okay, try it one more time.
Okay. To hold you and to fold you so close to my heart.
Getting there. Yeah, I would just not do the decrescendo, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because it takes your energy away from you
Yeah,
right
it
now.
does.
Just keep singing.
I think maybe I'll come in and just maybe crescendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want you to actually feel when you go to my that you have all this space. So can you please actually do this?
Do this.
Not this. What do I always say to everybody who takes vocal theater? This does not mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
This is really weak. This is not. I don't mean that you have to feel like a weird ragdoll or anything, but this is like, yay!
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, try it.
Okay.
I promise I'll move on.
To hold you and to fold you so close to my heart.
Yay! That's good. That's the right idea.
Okay. I'll practice it.
Yeah.
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 I'm a very small person, so I'm like.
You like to feel small?
I like to feel small, but it's okay. I'll practice it.
You cannot feel like a small person on stage.
Yeah.
Oh, it just never works.
Yeah.
You have to just embrace the fact that you have to feel like you're 9 feet tall and you are just larger than life.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you're in an opera or a recital situation or an audition, you have to feel like you're bigger.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just, and it's not just a physical thing. It's like a mentality. Yeah. When I was doing the whole competition thing, there was one girl who won everything. I mean, she won every single competition she entered, and the rest of us were like, we might as well not even show up. So there's no point. And her attitude, it was her attitude. She just walk in there just like, I'm going to win this thing. And her hair was like here, and her clothes were out to there, and her eyeshadow was like this, and we were all like, I can't compete. Like, we just felt like we're little mice next to her, every single other person, because she was such a huge personality. And I mean, she deserved to win everything because she just believed it.
Yeah.
And the rest of us were like, where do I buy some of that?
Yeah.
Even half that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes you just have to treat it as you're not you. When you're here, you're the bigger you, the bigger personality. Okay, do you want to try the whole song one time?
I'll try the song one more time. I'll try to do the middle section as best as I can.
You are going to be great. Whatever happens, happens. Here's your only job. Tell me the text. Just believe in the story. Whose heart are you filling? With what? Your heart. With song. Isn't this wonderful? Okay, go for it.
Let my song fill your heart with its melody, oh so divine, that thrills me like a dream of happiness supreme. It's enchanting, it's sublime. for sheer delight, our lamp of love will ever be bright. And so all through life we will walk hand in hand.
Fabulous.
Let my song fill your heart with its melody, oh so divine, that thrills me like a dream of happiness supreme. It's enchanting, it's sublime. Let my song say the word that my lips are afraid to say, of the yearning and of desires burning, to hold you and to fold you so close to my heart.
Yay! Good for you. Yeah. Then that whole song has, do you know what the word schwung?
Schwung, sort of like but
Whoosh. Swing.
yeah.
Schwung. Whatever. It sounds just means just like it sounds. Schwung. It just goes. Really? That's how you do it. Really good. Oh, I know what I was going to say. One more thing. When you have those little moments where there's a rallentando
Mhm.
or a pause,
Mhm.
that means that you can actually take time kind of and let that moment dissipate a bit before moving on. So I'm thinking of the bottom of page 55. Close to my heart, the evening falls sorrow. And then you could like let it kind of just disappear rather than close to my heart, the evening falls, and like feeling like you have to be in a rush to get back into the tempo.
Okay.
Just there's time.
Okay.
And there's time to be really, really over the top in a song like this.
Mhm.
Yep.
Alrighty.
It's really good. Okay, let's hear Waldes Gespräch.
Yes.
Okay. So, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about this song? I'm not sure everybody knows it.
Okay, so Baldes Gespräch. In this song, I'm technically playing two characters. So the first character, which you'll hear first, is a man. He's very like full of himself. He's like, yeah, like I'm a man. And then all of a sudden he sees this beautiful girl. So it's just like, oh, like be mine, like you are mine, like yeah. and then she comes in and she says, oh well, I'm playing hard to get. You can't get me. And then third verse comes in and he's just like, wait, you are so beautiful, but hold on, you're actually a witch. I don't want you anymore. And then last verse, she's like, haha, just joking. I'm gonna take you away and I'm gonna kill you, basically.
Yeah. She's actually really powerful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Es ist schon spät, es ist schon kalt, was reist du einsam durch den Wald? Du wartest lang, du bist allein, der schöne Braut, ich führ dich heim.
Really good. Really, really well done. You've done a lot of work on this song. Wow. Fantastic. Okay, anyone have any thoughts on this song? Has anyone sung this? Maybe not. I guess Shri, you haven't done this yet.
I sang it in my third year
Charmaine,
recital.
you sang it.
Yes.
Good. Oh, Shinru, are you there? Maybe. Shinru, have you sung this? Okay. All right. Okay, so there's a lot to dig into in this song.
There is a lot.
There's lots to dig into.
Yes.
Lots of really fun stuff.
Mhm.
Okay, so how many characters are in this song? Two. Okay. Is there a narrator?
I don't think so.
Nope. Yeah, it's very unusual,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
that there's no narrator.
Mhm.
Yeah, they both just speak.
Yeah, they just speak to each other.
Okay, so tell me how, okay, the music that Schumann has written without any idea of how anyone would interpret this, what has he done to make us hear these two characters? So first of all, the man is what? What is he?
He's, I mean, in terms of,
Like, what does he do?
oh, he's trying to get the girl. It's very.
Well, what's he doing? Listen to the what does the right listen to the right hand.
Oh, he's riding. Yeah.
He's riding a horse, probably.
Yeah.
But what do those thirds, generally thirds, what does that usually indicate? What does a strapping young man do on his horse in the forest?
Gallop
Hunt.
Yeah.
Hunting horns.
Yeah.
Hunting horns.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's hunting.
What's he hunting?
Probably animals.
Deer.
Yeah.
Heart or whatever. Okay, HART. Okay. What does he end up trying to hunt?
A woman.
A woman. Okay. All right. So so we hear that he's a hunter by the piano. We know that right off the bat.
Yes.
What kind of a man is he?
Very. He seems like he's very like middle, high class. Like he's not a poor man.
He is not a poor man.
No.
Poor people do not. I mean, I assume he's riding a horse. Does it say anywhere?
No, I don't think so.
But I just always assume that he is.
Yeah.
Nina, do you always assume that? Yeah. I always see him on this like shiny chestnut horse. Okay. Poor people do not hunt on land that like most of the land is like owned. You weren't allowed to hunt on it unless you had a really good reason, right? So it's probably his forest, acre number 385 or whatever. He's probably out there hunting. Okay. So he's probably pretty high born, pretty rich, pretty full of himself. And when he walks into the room at the ball at Vienna, do women flock to him?
Probably.
Yep.
Yes.
So he assumes that any woman that he sees in the forest is going to be like, oh, your royal whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for saving me before dark. That's absolutely, he has always been that way, and that is absolutely what he assumes.
Yeah.
Okay? My dear lady, it is so late and it's so cold. What are you doing here in these woods at this time of night? You're all alone, you beautiful bride. Okay, then what happens? What happens in the music before she talks?
He kind of pauses for a minute.
Okay, he says, well, what are you doing here? Come, let me rescue you. And then the music goes. Nina, give us those 2 bars there at the top. Großester Mühne, right?
Yeah.
So the music goes
Great.
graceful and plays these long lines.
Yeah.
We no longer have bum bum ba bum bum. We don't have that anymore.
No, yeah.
And all those staccatos and the little trills and all the things that happen in the piano part.
Yeah.
Hey, so what kind of a woman is she? Before, like, we can't give away what we know. We can't give away that we know she's a witch.
Yeah. So basically, she's just a graceful, probably beautiful woman.
Probably beautiful.
Yeah. Very gentle. Maybe.
Sure. She just puts on a spell
Yeah.
and she says, "Oh, well, I'm going to put on my most beautiful raiments or my most beautiful magic spell, and he'll be bewitched, literally.
Yeah.
And I will show him who's boss."
Yeah.
Right, because typical, the people always fall for the beautiful woman in the forest who turns out to be this old hag, right? Or something. I don't think she ever turns into an old hag. I think she's just a witch.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So, so what does she say?
So basically, men's great are men's deceit and cunning. My heart is broken with sorrow. So I want to see. She's like pitying him, almost maybe.
Vor Schmerz mein Herz gebrochen ist. With pain, my heart is broken. And then what?
Then the straying horn sounds here and there.
The what?
The straying horn sounds here and there.
Right, the hunting horn.
Yeah, the hunting
or
horn.
Whatever. Wildhorn. The wildhorn.
In like, go away, you don't know who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, flee.
Yeah.
Oh, flee. What does that mean?
Like, go away.
Just what it means in English. Oh, flee.
Yeah.
Fly away.
Yeah, you don't know who I am.
You don't know who I am. So she gives him a chance. She gives him an out.
Yeah.
Okay, then what happens? We go back to E major.
Yeah,
and he says,
so richly adorned are both horses and lady. So wondrously beautiful is your young body.
Right, so she's on a horse too.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's on a horse too. And it's like, now he realizes, like, oh my gosh, I know you. You are the sorceress Lorelei.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then she says,
you know me. And then she's basically saying, it is late, it is cold, and should never again shall you leave this forest. So
right. Yeah. Okay, so what happens? So she repeats back his words to him. Es ist schon spät, es ist schon kalt. Then what happens in the piano right there?
Bum, bum.
Okay, what's she doing?
Basically.
Make it up. Doesn't have to be what's in the music. But what do you think she's doing?
Just dun 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 sort of thing. Like she's keeping him there. Almost.
Right. Well, what does she have to do to cast a spell on him to keep him? Something like this, maybe, or the tree branches suddenly come alive and wrap him up, or he suddenly like roots down into the ground and he can't move. I don't know.
Yeah.
Any number of things could happen to him. Yeah. Whatever it is, she casts her magic web, and he's caught.
Yeah.
And he'll never leave. And then what happens? So she ends the song, Nimmermehr aus diesem Wald. You will never come back to this wood. And then what do we hear in the piano at the end?
Da, 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 da.
What is it?
The theme
of the guy.
Yeah.
The hunting horns.
Yeah.
Who's the hunter now?
Yeah.
Exactly. Great.
In reality, she hunted him.
She got it. She won. Okay, good. Okay, let's go to the beginning. Okay, so it's your job to give us two characters. How does the hunter stand? How does the woman stand? What does their voice sound like? Okay, so if you were this super proud, noble, snobby guy, how would you sing this? Go for it.
Es ist schon spät, es ist schon kalt, was reist du einsam durch den Wald? Der Wald ist lang, du bist allein, du
So, can I ask you a question? This might change the way you think, the way you stand for him. What is he wearing? Pretend he's standing and not on a horse.
I want to say he's wearing like some sort of uniform,
Mm.
maybe like royalty of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he is a royalty. Maybe he isn't.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very nicely dressed.
Okay, very nicely dressed. If he were in a hunting uniform, what color would it be? Yeah, maybe like greens or something.
Yeah.
I always think of like a green velvet coat, that long breeches, high boots, and definitely lace at his collar. That's how he's definitely dressed. He is very dapper.
Yeah.
And he knows it.
Sort of just.
So how would he stand? How would you stand if you were wearing those clothes? Breeches, tall boots, probably like this.
Yeah.
Es ist schon spät, my darling. I would put one foot in front of the other, actually.
Yeah.
It's very much like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, try again. Okay, here she is. Show me what she looks like. Okay, good. So I have to admit, I'm always slightly confused about this line where she tells him to flee and run away. Because it makes me think, because she says, "You don't know who I am." Like, does she actually, is she warning him because she actually thinks he should run away before she turns into a werewolf or something? Or is she saying, you better run because you don't know who I am? I don't know.
I think she's more or less playing with him when she's saying this line. So more or less like just her telling him to go away, just wants him to come at her more.
Cat and mouse sort of thing.
She's so confident.
Yeah.
His arrogance will not make him leave.
Right. His arrogance is going to win over everything. Okay. Right.
Okay.
Cat and mouse, a little bit. Okay. Okay, so can we have a little bit more something on where it's forte? Wohl ihr das Waldhorn. Just a little bit more intensity in the sound. Maybe lengthen your v's. Wohl ihr das Waldhorn. Her und hin. Right, and then there's a her und hin. Wohl Waldhorn.
Okay.
There's some nice alliteration there.
Okay.
Okay, can we try her again? Groß ist der Männer.
Yeah. Groß ist der Männer Trot List, verschmitzt mein Herz gebrochen ist. Was ist das Waldhorn, her und hin, auf Lieb, du weißt, ich für dich bin. So reich gemut ist Ros und Weiß, so wunderschön, jung geleitet.
Okay, can we just look at that for a second? Let's just look at that before we go any further.
Yeah.
Wunderschön.
Wunderschön.
Wu.
Wunder.
Yeah, wunderschön.
So wunderschön.
Yeah, so it's a wu sound, not a v sound. Wunderschön. We say that all the time. Wunderschön.
Wunderschön.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar, yeah.
Wunderschön.
Yeah, woo.
Wunderschön.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Okay.
Geschmückt.
Geschmückt.
Schmückt.
Schmückt.
Yeah, there's no h.
Geschmückt.
Geschmückt. Kitte.
Geschmückt.
I still hear a h.
Geschmückt.
That's right. Kata.
So reich
Geschmückt.
schmückt.
Ü. Yeah, I would go more towards, I know it's geschmü, because it's got all these consonants after it, fine. But geschmückt.
Geschmückt.
Yeah, I would rather that than geschmückt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ist groß.
Groß.
Yeah, so it's a nice O. Yeah,
Groß.
Ja, Groß und Weib.
Und, okay.
Mhm.
Groß und Weib.
Yeah, Weib.
Und Weib.
There you go. So wunderschön, so wunderschön. Okay, good.
Okay.
Good. Okay, can we do that section again? So reich geschmückt. Yeah, just try again.
So reich geschmückt, mit Roos und Weib. So wunderschön, so wunderschön.
Oh, now that's the wunderschön. That's wunderschön. Wu. You're so wunderschön. You're so wunder. You're so wunderbar. You're so wunderschön.
I'm so worried about the other thing.
Yeah, I know. Okay, try again.
Okay.
So he says, you are so beautifully dressed on your beautiful white horse. You must be the lady so-and-so. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So reich geschmückt, mit Roos und Weib. So wunderschön, jung geleibt.
Take your time there. Take your time there. Junge, not jung. Junge. Junge Leib. Jetzt kann ich dich. Then we have to change it,
Yes, okay.
right? So you have to take the, you have to do the retard on the
Okay.
Leib. Mm-hmm. Just from there.
Jetzt kenn ich dich, da stell mir bei, du bist die Hexe Lorelei.
Lorelei. It needs to be like, so it's still him talking. And it has to have, so what's happening right now? Do you know? Lie. It's going under the pitch
Yeah,
a
it's
little
going
bit
under
because you're
mine.
pushing it.
Yeah.
But what if you think of him as being, Du bist die Hexe Lorelei.
Okay.
Oh my God. This way.
Okay.
So take the pressure off.
Okay.
Great. Jetzt.
Jetzt kenn ich dich, da stell mir bei, du bist die Hexe Lorelei.
Way better. Yes.
Du kennst mich von hohem Stein schaut still, mein Schloss tief in den Rhein, es ist
Okay, good. That's up. That's up. Okay, that's up. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, good. Okay, so.
Oops. I wasn't ready for it when I.
That's okay.
Yeah.
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 Good. Hohem Stein schaut still, mein Schloss. It's just, there's so many sh sounds in here, right?
I know. There's like.
Du kennst mich wohl, von hohem Stein schaut still mein Schloss tief in den Rhein. Es ist schon spät. Es ist schon kalt. Yeah, it's tricky text.
Yeah.
Okay, so now when we come do this again, when you get to the G sharp, the high G sharp, es ist. Think about that thing you were doing before, where you're really going to lean into it with that open heart across here, really opening this, making sure you feel your alignment all the way through here. Es ist schon spät. Es ist really in the body. Okay?
From Duquesne.
How about, I love what you did with Du bist die Hexe Lorelei. You let it float away. That was great. Can you try that again just to remember what that's? Jetzt Ken?
Okay. Jetzt kenn ich dich, da stell mir bei, du bist die Hexe Lorelei. Du kennst mich von hohem Stein
So do you see how there's a rit there?
Yeah.
Yes. And it's really, really deliberate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize I was doing that.
Right.
before.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what happens to the rhythm at the very end?
It's
Right, so it's dotted rhythm all of a sudden,
Yeah.
and it just has more of a sense of here comes his theme back, even though she's the one in power. So she just takes his song and his essence and his whole life and his whole being, and she just in her pocket. It's hers now. Okay, really good. Okay, so if you actually, rather than thinking of it as a shrill, like a shrill witch sound on the G sharp, as is schon spät, I need you to think of it more this way, that you're really in it. You're in it. You're in it. Es ist schon spät. Es ist schon kalt. Like beautiful and terrifying.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, you know what? Like Galadriel in Lord of the Rings.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So more or less, like, don't like punch it too much. But
Don't punch it.
Okay.
Because if you punch it, you're gonna feel like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll try it.
Great. Okay, let's try it again from the same spot.
Different?
How about du kennst mich wohl? Her line.
Her line? Okay. Du kennst mich wohl, du kennst mich wohl, wo am Stein schau still, mein Schloss die Wehen rein. Es ist schon spät, es ist schon kalt. Kommt nimmermehr auf diesem Wald, nimmermehr aus diesem Wald.
Yeah.
Diesem Wald.
Okay, so now I know you feel like you're not singing with as much sound on that G sharp up there, but now it's clear.
Yeah.
And it spins and it's ringing. How did that sound at home? How did that sound at the back of the hall? Okay, so Sandra, sitting at the back, says it carried really beautifully to the hall. What about all you guys?
I think it was more vibrant in a way.
It is, because you weren't pushing too much.
Yeah.
Right?
And the tone was clear. So it was right on the pitch and it was clear with vibrancy in it.
Totally more free.
Yeah, way more free sounding, right? It's
Yeah.
really good. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
So does that feel like you're not doing enough? Oh, just a second. Oh, yeah, it's fine. Yeah. No, our mics are fine. We're probably done fairly soon anyway. What time is it? We're done in 2 minutes, so go for it. 2:30. Thanks, James. Okay. Where were we?
Yeah. I mean, like, I think it's just I'm not used to singing in the hall yet, so I'm trying to get used to the sound. Because when I'm singing, like, my space is really tiny, right? So then I guess when I project to my house, it's different than projecting.
It's always going to feel different, but but the feeling should not be any different.
Yeah.
The feeling in your body should be the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because this is really important for everyone, that as you're learning this stuff and you're figuring it out, just you got to turn your ears off. And I know people who practice with earplugs sometimes when they're trying to figure out something new, so that the sound's really distorted and different and they can't pay attention to it at all. But trying to figure something out, just go for the sensation, because when you're practicing in a room like this, or you're practicing in a tiny little space like you have at home, and then you go to a new place, you have an audition at a theater that sounds like you're singing into a carpet. Yeah. It's so distracting and so hard, and you don't know what you're supposed to do. If you just concentrate on what you feel like, you'll be fine. If you try to sing past the room, you will not be fine. Yeah, so just go with that. Okay. But when you sing that high G sharp, just like that, it's clear and ringing, and it's beautiful. Yeah. It's exactly what it should be. Do you want to try that one more time before we go? Okay. Let's do the Du Kennst one more time, and then we're done. Good. That's the right idea. Yeah. And as you get used to that feeling of being able to ring up there, then you can start experimenting with crescendo and singing with a bigger, well, a louder dynamic. Yeah. But it should never feel pressurized. Yeah. It's really good. Fantastic. Okay, anyone have any thoughts?
It's kind of weird in this piece. I feel that the like the upper voice, so to speak, which is the female voice of the witch here, is more anchored in the body than the G.
Oh no, everybody froze at the last second. Are you serious?
Part of my page fell out of my book.
Well, that was great. Oh, are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Connection is unstable.
Did you hear me?
I heard maybe one sentence of that.
Oh, I said like in this piece, it's weird that I feel that the female voice, the female character's voice is more grounded, and I perceive it as like being lower in the body than the man's voice. Like I think it by reading the text, I think it should be that feeling. The witch's voice should feel like more down in the body than the dude's voice, because it's like pretentious and poised, but the witch is like all knowing, and it's there's this like muhahaha feeling underneath every word she speaks, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting song. It's fun to do if you play around with it with just two. If you have a friend you want to sing with and you do it with two people, it's fun. Yeah, it's a good tune.
We should change our podcast to this, Anastasia, and be done with it.
You guys.
I think you guys are out of time. Okay, everybody. Thank you, Domo. Very, very well done. So next week is actually Remembrance Day. So there will not be Masterclass, but there will be vocal theater, your half-hour meeting with me or Alan or both of us or whatever it is. And those of you who have lessons will have lessons with me, but there won't be any Masterclass. And the week after that is November 18th, and it is Charmaine. I'm so excited to get to hear you.
I'm so sorry about that. That is my
That was perfect. Perfectly timed.
of Mozart. Oh, okay.
Wonderful. Okay, good. So have a good week, everyone. Thank you. Bye. Bye.